Hello everyone, it's me, Tailon again. And for those who know me, my name is Tailon, small VTuber. Today we are back with the shiny hunt of WOOLOOLOO. Or like I called in the thumbnail, in the stream, WOOLOOLOO. Hey Alberta, how are you doing? Today I'll just be making encounters with WOOLOOLOO because we don't need to kill them anymore, so it's just gonna be encounter after encounter after encounter. With all that said, let me change over here. So, we have a WOOLOOLOO ready. I want to talk about some stuff too. So, today, I was thinking about some stuff related to games I wanted to bring in the future. Oh yeah, it is going up. Like, it's going crazy up. As you can see, you're going to be hitting 1,000 today. Easily 1,000 today. But I was thinking, I keep talking about how I want to make content related to Uma Musume. But I never do, right? Okay, there's a WOOLOOLOO in dispatch. The reason was the RNG in the game didn't sound so. It wasn't something I was willing to deal with for like 2 to 3 hours on stream. Like doing runs and runs and runs of Trackblazer, which is the newest scenario. Trying to get a better parent or a better ace. But something like, I don't want to do streams like that. Now though, they made a 14 gig update. They made a 14 gig update that made old scenarios worth it. And they also made faster to grind for better parents. So I've been thinking about doing Unity Cups runs for the next Champions meeting, which is the PvP meta of the game. Both for parents and aces. Would be a chill stream, me talking, basically like Pokémon actually. Would be me playing the game, talking and trying to get something good. Because now with the new updates, which are rerolling better stats on the older scenarios and stuff, kinda made me want to. Not gonna lie. So I've been thinking about doing it. Also, Enfield. I wasn't expecting to say I'm gonna stream Enfield soon, but we just got some content to do. So you guys can expect Enfield by Monday. So I can trim my new medal, and I can do the new event related to photos. But I was actually not expecting to do Enfield so soon. So CC goes into the area of I am farming stuff to make other options for teams, like leveling up Stella, but I ran out of T-creds. So I've been farming those for now. My dailies in Enfield, basically it's me logging in, doing the photos for money, gifts, the daily mission, and using sanity on T-creds, log out, repeat, next day. Also the delivery jobs I'm placing online because I don't want to do those. I do check the market for items I could sell or buy that are low or high. But yeah, nothing too special. Leave me and my level 90s alone, okay? Eventually my whole account will be level 90, okay? Eventually. Since you're not going for every single character they release, no, but yeah, eventually everybody's gonna be level 90. There's not enough characters by the time we have that eventually we'll be catching up with that. Like, even that is slowly gonna build up to have everybody 90. Not saying it's gonna be like super fast, but eventually every game will have the point where every character will be maxed. On at least on that. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna have M12 every character, but just level 90 is doable. M12, no, of course, but placing everybody level 90 and level 9 skills, it's pretty much doable. It's gonna take a while, yes, but you're gonna reach that point. Like, eventually you're gonna have enough resources that you'll be able to do so. That's the path of every gacha game. Yeah, no, those, okay, we're not be able to do to every single character, but just level 90 and a level 90 weapon is possible. Like, they release what? 1-2 characters per patch? Sometimes 3. You get a real bunch of sanity during that time. Eventually you stop running out of stuff to use those. So you start to level up characters you don't use so much. Especially CC now. Wait. Okay, now I don't end up. Oh. But yeah. I have that situation right now with Nikke. Every character I get in Nikke, I can actually max out the character. The only thing that limits me is the amount of specific gear. Like, Nikke goes by the idea of manufacturers. So there are 4 manufacturers and 3 classes. So by this point, every character I get, I can max out the skills. I can level any equipment I place on them, and I can do basically everything. The only thing is I'm missing some manufacturer specifics on gear. So like right now, Pilgrim attack gear, I'm running out of those. I cannot make out of nowhere enough gear for every Pilgrim character I have. So now we just got a new attacker for Pilgrim. I can max her out. But I'm running out on 2 gears, so I need to wait until I have those 2. And so goes on. Like, the idea of max level, I can. Max skills, I can. Max level for the gear I have, I can. How to explain? Imagine like this. So Nick has this way of making gear. You have gears you drop on boss stages. You can do every day. You have chest, legs, gloves, and headgear. Okay? They are divided in 3 categories: supporter, attack, and defender gear. So 4 items for every type of class. Inside that, you have manufacturer specific gears. So you can have an attack glove and an attack glove for missiles, which is a manufacturing Nikke. If I place the attack glove missiles on a missiles Nikke, it's gonna be stronger because it's manufacturer matching. So you have the generic and the manufacturer specific. Generic, not so bad, but manufacturer is better. Aside from that, you can like overclock the manufacturer gear to make it into a better version. So ideally you want to have 4 of the same manufacturer gear for the same character, so you can overclock all the gears. We are having the summer event and I got the new character, but I have half of the gears because I have enough of the generic, but I don't have enough of the manufacturer version. Oh fuck, I didn't thought I would touch this one. We have several ways to farm those. I actually think I have enough to just make the manufacturer gear I want. I'm just waiting to see the next character when they come out, so I can decide which one I'm gonna invest more. So I'm just waiting a little. And the same applies for other gacha games. Like I use it to play. I'm taking a break of Fate Granddaughter, FGO. At the start, leveling characters was a pain. Leveling characters was really harsh. Now, every character I have instantly goes to max level. I have enough EXP, enough mats, everything to max level every single character in the game that I have. And that game I pull a lot. I don't save on that much. And so goes on. Eventually reach a place. Eventually you reach a place where you can level up every character in the account, and you'll be able to level up every new character you pull. Because the game will be running for so long in your life that you haven't acquired enough materials to be stocked up. Because yeah, at the start, you build a one team, then all your mats are gone. Then you can build a second team. All mats are gone. And as time goes on, you start to build up and start to level up the weaker characters. And so goes on. Until the account is maxed. Taking Fate for example again. I have all my characters, I think, max level for their for the max possible level without grailing. So Fate, for example, 1 star's characters go to level 60, 2 stars goes to 65, and so goes on. You can place all of them on 120, but that's grailing. Like the max level for every character depends on the rarity. before grading. So 60, 65, 70, 80, 90. I have all my characters max level for their rarity, so R1 starts at 60, 2 starts at 62, 3 starts at 70, 4 starts at 80, 5 starts at 90. I have some max grilled characters, and I also have all characters at least skill level 6, if I'm not wrong. Every single character in the game I have. Because as time went on, I was able to just pile up resources. Arknights, we are reaching that point where we're gonna start building up every single character to level 80, then 90. And eventually we're gonna have everybody build up for whatever thing comes out. Of course, I'm not gonna place every single character like I have Yvonne, but which is level 90, M12, max essence, fully, what's the name again? Artificed gears and stuff. But I'm gonna have all characters like level 90 with a weapon, with gears, with artificing, level 9 skills. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna reach that point eventually. I'm pretty sure. I'm not saying it's gonna be like this month, next month. I'm just saying that point's gonna come. Right now, I am saving for the idol character. I want to pull for that one. So until she comes out, unless I'm in the situation where I have a real amount of pulls to get Arcane. Really? You're running my way? Crap. I don't feel like I'm gonna pull for anyone else. So until that, I'll be like using them. Oh. Yeah, you need to remember, you are farming every single day. Like, I'm not saying you like super duper farming, but every day you log in, every day you do essence farming, every day you do sense usage, you play every event that comes out, and you are not pulling for every character. And even if you were, there are not that many characters coming out. There's actually not that many characters coming out. Like, in 2 months, we have 3 characters. In 2 whole months, we have 3 characters. They haven't been adding low star characters either to increase the pool. So truly, at this pace, it's not a matter of if you can do it, it's when. And I will say, even taking consideration games you start late, I started FGO by the 5th anniversary. The game was 5 years old when I started. I don't have all the characters, by far. There are some I never even saw the hater. because I stopped playing. But eventually, the characters in your account, you'll be able to max out. For us who have been playing since the start, it's easier. Way easier. Like, when I first started, I never thought I would have all the characters at level 60. For example, when I started, I was struggling to have my team at level 80. Imagine having my whole account at level 60. Now I'm thinking about placing my whole account level 80. Slowly but surely, placing all of them level 80. It is a checklist you're gonna make eventually. Though Nika somehow started early in the game. I started just before the the 1 year and a half. So the game was quite new. So now I can say that I have all the characters in the game. I can level all of them up. I don't do it because I don't see the... I'm doing slowly because I'm not in a hurry for that actually. Most of them are useless anyway. Sadly it happens, power creep happens. Especially in a game where you're gonna only use 25 characters at most. But to be honest, a lot of characters are good for PvP, some are good for bossing. Depends on the element too. But there's a lot of old characters that I cannot find use nowadays. They have been power creeped by a lot. But yeah, it's the stuff that they started doing recently. We actually just received a new batch of 4 character enhancements. But it takes a while because people voted. So we have 4 characters being buffed every 6 months. So it happens around January and July. We receive a batch of 4 buffs. So every year 8 characters are buffed. Last buff session, aside from the one we have right now, made one of the characters go from useless to meta. Like, I'm not even kidding. Modern went from not being used to being meta. Though some... There was a character that her version of buff was so bad, people actually ignored the buff and kept the original one because the buff made her worse for PvP, and PvP was the main place for her. Also 888, nice. I like repeated numbers. Oh, I'm gonna wait a second. Okay. What is that? What is that frost leaf? Oh, ooh. Nice, 2 WOOLOOs. Dun 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 dun. What is that? Wait, let me just check something. Okay. I felt, for whatever reason, I felt like I didn't save last time. So I was just checking if I did. And the battle number is my way to check that. But you know, when you leave your house and you feel like you didn't turn off the stove or you didn't lock the door, that type of stuff. I just had that feeling, but with saving the game. Like, you know, I was wondering right now, like, did I save last week? So I checked the number battle because if it's above 500, it's because I save it. So that's my logic here. Oh yeah, if I find the shiny before 2 hours, I will go to Dynamax Adventures. If I take longer than 2 hours to find the shiny, I will end the stream by the time I found the shiny. And I will stream for 4 hours-ish. 3 to 4 hours. It's gonna be at least 3 hours. Maybe 4. I still am unsure if I want to watch today World Cup's match between Argentina and Cabo Verde, because as a Brazilian, I want to see Argentina lose, and that's not gonna happen. So, but I still have faith Cabo Verde can do some stuff. I'm not gonna say what I want them to do because I don't want to have problems. But if you know how much Brazil and Argentina goes into rivalry and hate, you can pretty much imagine what's coming inside my mind. Especially by how pissed I am about Messi not receiving a red card in the group stages. That was bullshit. That was a pretty ass bullshit. Okay, 7 squirrels, amazing. Oh, that has a good chance. During the group stages, Messi should have received a red card, which is expulsion from the game. He should have been expelled from the game and unable to play all of group matches on his debut match of this year for the World Cup. Because he committed a foul so bad. Basically, he didn't went all the way to break, but he stepped into the person's leg super hard. And by the rulebook, everything above the kneecap is red card. His whole foot was above the guy's kneecap. And that was not a red card. That was not even a yellow card, if I know. It was that bad. Like, Messi is probably the best player in the world right now and stuff. He's probably the best player in the world. Argentina is the reigning champion right now. They won the last World Cup. I'm not saying that the team is bad or that Messi is a bad player, but that was a pretty big foul, dude. And they just ignored. Then we proceed. Then we proceed to Brazil against. It was not an IT, I think. It was another one. It was Brazil against. Scotland? No. Yeah, it was Scotland. One of them was Brazil against Scotland. And Vinicius, which is our main striker right now. Our main offensive player. He scored 3 goals, but the first or the second, I think the first one, was ruled, saying he committed a foul because he went too hard into the enemy team defender because their leg touched. Not that his foot was kicking the guy or stuff, no, their leg touched, like he made a aggressive entrance that by every professional is considered something they should not have be considered a foul, because in this World Cup they're trying to make less small fouls to make the game's goals better, the game flow better. So the idea is let's ignore smaller fouls, focus on the real big ones, so the football game can go better with less interruptions. And they just went against that because Brazil was about to have a hat-trick, which is 3 goals in the same game. But when Messi was literally stepping to a guy's leg, that's okay. That's why people call Messi FIFA's child. Because Jesus Christ, they're protecting him so much. It's absurd. The guy plays really well, but Jesus Christ. He is FIFA's favorite child. By much. By much. Oh, I heard a bird. I bet I know it where I have one. But yeah, this World Cup is really good actually. We're having a real lot of dark horses. Right now, we don't have bribery cases on FIFA, but at least none that's being exposed. But people are suspicious of bets. So I don't know if you are aware. I don't know that right now. I don't have that information, to be honest. If it is, I'm not informed on that, sorry. Haven't seen people talking about it right here. The thing I see people talking about, it's because sport betting became the biggest sponsor for football. Okay, oh yeah, for every American who may see this VOD or stream right now, when I'm talking about football, I'm not talking about American football. I'm talking about football like soccer. But yeah, we have every nation is being supported by bets, I think. So Even some places, like in Brazil in special, it's super bad. Every Brazilian team you can imagine, you can buy the official t-shirt right now. It's gonna have the name of a sport betting online website. And when I'm watching the games on the sponsors that goes around the field, you can see some betting companies there too, sport betting companies too. It's pretty strange to have that much sport betting world level championship. So some people are starting to doubt if some teams may not have get some extra money from sport betting to throw some matches. I don't believe that, to be personal. Here, I don't really believe that theory. Because we are talking about a nation's pride sometimes. Ooh, that one has an auto. No, it was not shiny. I know football, or whatever, soccer, is not so big in North America. But it is the biggest sport in the world. Like, it is gigantic the amount of people who watch it. And crap. I don't think nations would throw their pride away in that for a betting case, so for a betting company to hey, if you lose, they're gonna pay you this much. It's not just a team we're talking about, it's a whole nation representatives. Of course, may have a player here or there who may do that, but I don't think it's the case. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm way too trusting over here, but I don't think we have teams throwing matches right now for money. Especially because we're having so many good games. So many good games. I'll say this again. Watch Cabo Verde, dude. A small African country that is playing the first World Cup. And they haven't lost a single match. They were able to tie every single match they played. Even against Spain, which is one of the favorites to the win. They tied 0-0. Like, we're actually having a lot of interesting teams right now. Even USA is playing really well, way better than expected. Paraguay against Germany was another one that was like, what? Like, what is happening here? And I know I made a short making a joke about Brazil against Japan, but that was a really close and really good game, dude. Japan played so fucking well. They were making jokes right here like, oh damn, why can't Vinicius score? And the joke is how every time he tried to shoot a goal, there were like 20 Japanese players in front of the goal. Like, how? They played really well. Really, really well. So this World Cup is actually going really interesting. I was a little afraid because they expanded the amount of teams that can play. You know, having like more than twice the matches, I think. we usually have. But no, that's actually making a lot of interesting stuff to happen. Like, it's really interesting how it's playing out this year. Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, last week I was talking about how I want to start my Pokemon Through the Ages project. I'll be leaving that for next week because I still have some planning to do related to that. But it's gonna start in July, trust me, it's gonna start in July. That's for sure. And I'm gonna only explain once today because I don't want to go super deep into the topic again. What is that project, Tailon, may ask? I want to play every single Pokemon game in release order. And I'm not gonna play all of them on stream. I'm gonna choose one for each generation to play on stream and play the others off stream. So the start of the project is I'm gonna be playing Pokemon Yellow on stream, and off stream I'm gonna be playing Red and Blue. The idea is see how much the franchise evolved, and also how much work it will take me to make a complete living dex with Pokemons caught as early as possible. So it's gonna be interesting. Some of the games I'll be playing on emulation, some I'll be playing the original hardware. Most of the games for the stream will be running in emulation. Off stream, some will be playing the original hardware. I would say most of them actually. Because I don't have a capture card 3DS, I don't have a capture card DS Lite, so I cannot stream from my cartridges from those consoles, but I can transfer the save between cartridge and emulation, so that's how I'm gonna do it. That's how I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be placing some rules to how I'm gonna do some stuff. The idea is that's gonna be a weekly stream, at least until I finish Gen 2. Then I might take a break and continue later. Oh, didn't disappear, nice. It was just enough for it to disappear from my screen, but not to despawn. So yeah, but the idea is simple. I'll be playing like Yellow, Crystal. Hey Rylan, how you doing? I would say so far it's still going okay. This is my second WOOLOOLOO, so I already have one. I want the second one to evolve. The number is just for the second. And they're doing good. It's been a while, but that happens, dude. No worries. I'm doing good. I was talking about the World Cup earlier. Just chilling while I met some WOOLOOs and try to find a shiny one again. But yeah, continuing. The idea of the project is simple. I'll be playing Pokemon Yellow, Crystal, Emerald, Fire Red, Platinum, Heart Gold, White, White 2. White and White 2 because those are the ones I have physically. I don't have Black 1 physical yet. By the time I'll be streaming, I will have it. If that's the case, it may change. But yeah, Black or White, Black 2 or White 2. Why? Because I'm like X. Omega Ruby, Sun, Ultra Sun. And then comes the place where I'm unsure what to do. I already played Sword on String. Like, I already played the main quest of Sword on String. But that was a Nuzlocke challenge. Should I make a third save file just for that? Just about me playing the main quest and the DLCs? That's what I'm not so sure. Jesus Christ, dude. That's God. You redefined the idea of odds. Jesus. Did you have Shiny Charm? Did you have the Shiny Charm? Because Jesus, dude. Oh, okay, so the odds was 5,000, was 4,000. So it went double odds, not so bad. If you had the Shiny Charm, that was 10 times odd, dude. Almost 10 times, it was like 9 times odd. Wait. 8 times odd, 8. It's 1,300 odds. I am getting close to odds, but not so much. Like, I'm 400 away from odds. But for the games I played on stream, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do. So, I don't know if I'm gonna play Let's Go. Mostly because I don't see the merit in adding Let's Go to the list. I'm thinking about playing Shield, since I played Sword. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, I do have my Brilliant Diamond challenge with Kuro. So, which is a Soul Link. I was thinking about doing a Shining Pearl run. So that would not mess with the Soul Link, right? The most recent games I don't mind not going fully on the idea of playing both at the same time. Especially because most of them is streamed on the channel. So there is no lack of content for most of them here. I will say there's a lack for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl because I only played as a challenge. And Legend Arceus I never played on stream, but I played the game, I have the game. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do, ways I can approach that idea for the later gems. Like, I played a lot of Scarlet on the stream, but I never really played Violet on stream. So I could play Violet on stream start to finish, especially because when I started streaming, my save file Scarlet was already completed. So yeah, thinking. We have so many ways to approach that. The first 7 gens are easy. The problem lies in Gen 8 onwards. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. This month we're gonna start the project for sure. We're gonna start playing Pokemon Yellow pretty soon. And I'll be playing Red and Blue off stream, with the idea of completing a Kanto Pokédex. And it's gonna be a weekly project until the end of Pokemon Crystal. Then I might take a break and continue it all the time. Especially because when we finish Crystal, I'm gonna be able to do so many shiny hunts on Crystal that I want to do that, you know, we may not even have a hurry for that. Because they want to do 3 shiny hunts on Crystal. Yes, I'm crazy enough to say I want to do shiny hunts in the first game we have a shiny. I want to shiny hunt Celebi, I want to shiny hunt the mystery egg for a specific shiny too, which is not so easy. And I want to egg hunt some Pokemons on Crystal for the joke. Oh god. So yeah, we have a pretty good start. After that there is Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green. Fire Red will be playing the Switch version, okay? It's gonna just simply easier for me. And one of the reasons I'm gonna be taking a break after I finish Crystal is to see if they're gonna say something about Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald coming to the Switch too. Because that would make the whole thing just easier. Like, it would actually make the whole thing just easier. Okay. Because I wanted to make something crazy, which is completing the Pokédex in Gen 3 without using the GameCube. Which is possible if I'm not wrong. It just takes a lot of trouble. You need to beat Emerald 3 times. Just 3. Jesus Christ, dude. So if they release Emerald for the Switch, that would be so good. Especially because with Fire Red, Leaf Green they made events available. So I'll be able to shiny hunt for Deoxys, for example. I could shiny hunt Ho and Lugia, but ew. I don't really care much for shiny hunting Ho and Lugia and Fire Red. I know some people may do, but I personally don't care that much. That's the thing about shiny hunting too. You may find some hunts you care, some you don't. In my case, I do think like I would play some of the shiny huntings for XD and Colosseum. Even though that's a bad idea. Like there's not really much reasons to do those, like the shiny... This is a guy doing shiny Suicune run in Colosseum. Which is, you need to beat a guy all the way to Suicune. Then you need to catch Suicune, finish the fight, so you can see if the Suicune is shiny or not. Like it's a whole lot of trouble. But also talking about shiny hunters who do several shiny hunts at the same time. I don't like those. Not that I don't like the streamers that do that. I don't like the idea of doing that myself. I don't really want to be resetting for 4 games at the same time. Like, I understand the appeal, doesn't click well with me. That's personal preference. I prefer to go a game at a time. Oh. Ooh, Aura. Aura Virgin. Nice. Not shiny. This one has the best odds. It's never him. It has the best shiny odds possible, but it's never him. Oh. Also, if I don't find the WOOLOOLOO today, next Shiny Hunt stream will be Legend ZA. Okay? If I don't find WOOLOOLOO today, the next Shiny Hunt will be Legend ZA. I'm not saying I'll stop this one, it's just that I want to change games for me now. I want to go back to ZA a little. I want to shiny hunt for Valion, I want to shiny hunt for Larios. So yeah, if WOOLOOLOO does not show up today, next week is not gonna be WOOLOOLOO again. That's just a heads up. Okay. Let's go, another loop. Oh. I ran the encounter really. Wasn't it like the other side of the WOOLOOLOO? Oh well. Oh yeah, thinking encounters, that's like 2.5 odds. It is bad, but not so bad. In my case, odds here gonna be considering 1345. Let me check. Oh crap. Pokémon Sword Shiny. That should bring me to Cetabi. Okay, 1365. Hey Eric, how are you doing? So I'll be considering shine odds. I'm at odds when I hit 1365. That's the odds for the shiny charm here. No, even considering the first shiny WOOLOOLOO, we are not close to that. With the first shiny WOOLOOLOO, we're a little above 1,000 encounters. The first one was like 78 encounters, not so much. The first one was crazy fast. Okay, and the loop. Oh. But how are you doing, Ariel? Everything okay? Okay. My boy WOOLOOLOO does not want to show up. Nice. Oh, studying. Studying for what? Gonna have a test soon, just improving your career. Oh, crap. Okay, it's still here. The big old WOOLOOLOO. They could release, I don't know if they did, they could release a life-size WOOLOOLOO plushie. Like, imagine how good that would be. Imagine how crazy that would be. It would be so good. Oh, nice. Outer version. They didn't change shit. Look. If I don't get my shiny WOOLOO, the outer version, I'll call that a scam. Apprenticeship, nice. I've been thinking about doing some studying for some jobs that could do extra money, but right now not doing so. I should probably, but right now not focusing that so much. A little extra money is not bad, right? So I've been thinking about studying stuff I could add. That I could do like on the side. Just to earn a few extra bucks weekly. Oh. So I could buy more games and stuff. It's funny, whenever you're rarely gonna see me talking about saving money for a car, for a house and shit. I do have plans related to that type of stuff. Not really a car, actually. I don't like cars. So I don't have plans on buying a car. But you're gonna see me talking about more about spending on hobbies than like normal stuff. I like to take care of my hobbies, okay? But I want to buy a house eventually. And that's a different saving fund I have. And it's something I don't talk so much. I talk way more about my hobby. Okay. There's another WOOLOOLOO down here. Maybe a third one's gonna show up. Maybe, who knows? We're gonna need to have faith, I guess. No. Oh. Crap. I just start to think, if I start to search for a trade, that shit will be on forever. Because I'm not online in the game right now. This game you need to turn on online and stuff, so if I start a trade, it's gonna be local. As far as I know, I'm the only person in this building who has a Switch. Like truly, as far as I know, I'm the only person in this building who has a Nintendo Switch. And it goes even crazier because, as far as I know, I'm the only person interested in Pokémon in this building. Like, there was a guy here who played with me back on Fire Red Leaf Green, but he never went to the DS. He decided to buy PSP, so that was his farewell to Pokemon. Because after that, I never saw him gaming again. I also lost contact with years, so can't say much about the present. Also, yeah, I forgot to mention this, but tomorrow, me and Vestige So we're gonna be coming back to play the Pro Galactica. Yeah, me and Sir are back on the collabs. He was having some troubles, I was having some troubles. We never actually met up with times to do stuff. But now both of us have some time. So we're gonna be doing Deep Rock Galactic tomorrow. The Rogue something. What is the name again? Rogue Core. So it's been a while, but we're finally going back to it. Rogue Core, the new one. The new one because we haven't finished a single run on that. We lost all of our runs, so I don't know about him, but I actually am quite salty about that. We lost every time in the boss area. So I personally am quite salty about that. Hey Zero, how are you doing? How are you doing, my dude? But I mean, so we're gonna go back to Deep Rock tomorrow. No promises, I may stream before the collab. Because the collab's gonna start a little late for me. Like, it's starting at the time I usually finish. So if I wake up early, I may do a stream before the collab. If not, just the collab. So yeah, tomorrow finally me and So I'm back on that. That's been a while. I miss my guy. Also, I'll go a little here about how it works for me, okay? If I don't think I have something interesting to say to you, I usually don't start a chat. I have that problem. So if we're not playing a game in common, if we don't have a topic in common to talk about so much, if we just like go usually for a single game or two. If I'm not touching those two right now, I'm not gonna start so many conversations. So I'm pretty bad at that. Like, I'm pretty bad at starting conversations sometimes. I'm pretty bad in keeping in touch. Especially when shit hits the fan. I haven't even noticed that I was that close. It is a time when I go silent, I go mute. Like, you can ask Kali that before we started doing weekly collabs, me and Vader, there were times that would disappear for months. Like, would straight up disappear. And then it was like, oh, then there's a while since I talked to them, let me send a message. That's how my brain works in that. There are people I call my best friends that I'm struggling to keep freaking contact with because both of our lives have been kind of busy. Oh. Do I start with the outer version? Yeah, let's go. Yep. Take the deception first. What was that fucking noise outside? But yeah, I'm not the most sociable person. I may have a problem. Hey. 999. If I score that. Let's hope Encounter 1000 is not gonna be a miss. I'm even gonna walk, not using the bike. Oh. 1,000! If this was Zags, I would be crazy mad right now. But since it's random encounters, I'm still quite good. Since it's random encounters, I'm quite okay. But eggs, I would go crazy. Especially because eggs takes a longer time to hatch and stuff. Just random encounters is way faster and I would say more therapeutic to do. Like after a while, like if you're not a shiny hunter, this may sound like crazy. Like why are you finding the same Pokemon over and over again for 1,000 times? Just for a little different color. It may sound crazy if you explain shiny hunting to other people. Like, why are meeting the whole population of Wooloos just to find a shiny? It's low-key crazy. Low-key crazy. But yeah, it's something I at the start didn't like the idea. Way back when I first started shiny hunting and stuff. Like, even for shiny hunters, this is a process, you know? At first, we started with the easier odds hunts. Then you start to try other ones you don't like, some you like. Not everybody's gonna like every single hunting method possible, right? In my case, I cannot do reset runs. Like, I will do some, of course, but if you ask me what I think about reset run, a bore. It's a bore. I truly don't like to do reset runs. Like, it's so tedious for me. And I try, okay? I try. Especially because some Pokemons are locked behind reset runs. If you don't want to lose a lot of time. You need to reset run some. But, I don't know. It's really something that I don't find that enjoyable. But yeah, what can I do? I'll be doing that for Celebi on string. Oh yeah, why did I say that? Because on 3DS we have virtual console versions of Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, Red, Blue, Yellow, and oh damn! I just hit my controller in the table. Because I like to move my controller and hit my fingers to count stuff. In this case, I was counting on my fingers on the games. It's okay, it was just like the lag of the controller. Nothing too serious. Nothing to worry. But yeah. The Crystal Virtual Console version has a Celebi event included after you finish the Pokemon League. So, and it is shiny huntable. I have several shiny Celebes from events and Pokemon Go. Okay, I have one from Pokemon Go and several from cold distributions. Because there was a Pokemon newsletter, cold distribution, and I have 5 newsletter accounts. Just 5. And the only one you can say I caught was the Pokemon Go Celebi. The rest were given to me. So I low-key want to be able to say I caught a Celebi myself. That applies to every mythical, but some. Every shiny mythical, but some I know it's gonna be impossible. Like, for whatever reason, Pokemon Company Game Freak refuse. Like, why is the reason I can catch Keldeo in this game, I can catch a Keldeo in this game, I can catch a Keldeo in ZA, but I cannot shiny hunt a Keldeo in both of those games. But I can get a shiny Keldeo by completing the Live Index of Sword. Because that's a Pokemon Home reward. The same way in ZA, I can catch a Volcanion. If I complete the Live Index of ZA and the DLC, I get a shiny Volcanion for free. But I cannot shiny hunt a Volcanion in ZA. Why? Like, the Switch games bought so many good updates for the franchise. Like, they actually made Pokemon more accessible to everybody. In a way, it's also behind paywalls now. But you have more access to a lot of stuff. But at the same time, they made so many complications for stuff you used to have. Like, if you have the Darkrai event in Pokemon Platinum, you can get yourself a Shine Darkrai on Pokemon Platinum. But for whatever reason, if you find a way to catch Darkrai later, which won't have once, you cannot do that anymore. I don't like Shine Locket Pokemons. Let me say this already. I don't like the idea of locking a Pokemon from being shiny because they want to give you during an event distribution. And what I find worse is that in Pokemon Sword and Shield, they made Shiny Locket for every single new legendary. So every new legendary you can think about in Sword and Shield is Shiny Locket. But the way to catch old legendaries is not. Okay, not every single. You can actually catch Regieleki and Regidraco as a shiny in this game. But yeah, if you want to like Zacian, Zamazenta, any of those, Shiny Locket. And for whatever reason, they decided that, oh nice, Sword Shield, the comeback legendaries are shiny huntable. Nice. Scarlet and Violet's gonna have some list of shiny legendaries coming back? No. Scarlet and Violet makes you be able to get a lot of legendaries, but every single one of them is shiny locked. Why? Like, when I noticed that, when like I was really excited for the second DLC. But why? Because God, sorry, I actually almost started saying in Portuguese, then I stopped it myself. Tried to translate my thoughts, and then I went to the wrong translation. Because why and other English words can be used in the same Portuguese word. So I was like going to say porque, which can be why, but it also can be because. So I was like, no wait, that's Portuguese. Then I was like, okay, back to English. And I wanted to say because. I was like, what? No, wait. Okay, continue. Before the release of part 2 of the DLC for Scarlet Violet, I was actually really excited because I was thinking, oh, they're gonna make a way for us to catch old legendaries. Maybe gonna have Zacian, Zamazenta, the horses and stuff. I'm gonna be able to shiny hunt for them. Oh, we're gonna be able to get a shiny Calyrex probably. No. No. And I kind of had reasons to believe they would do that, but no, they didn't. They low-key gave up on that. And even with ZA, we only have 5 legendaries you can shiny hunt. 5, dude. That's so low. Why so little? Why to hold so many legendaries back from us? But no, they are holding a lot of legendaries. Which is sad, actually. Really, really sad. At least for me, who is a long-time Pokemon player. That seeing at the same time they want to make shines easier, they make them harder. Oh well. No. I still have... fuck. I still have to wait until I have access to my shiny Calyrex. Oh. For a second I wasn't sure what to do. Okay, we go this way. Oh. Keep going. Let's hope for the best now. So I also double checking something important that was sent on my cell phone. Okay. But yeah, that's also something I'm gonna go deeper when we go into my Pokemon Through the Ages project. For now, it's just me complaining. Talking about Pokemon. Crap. I've been thinking about Pokemon champions. I'm not so sure what I want to do over there. Like what team I want to build and stuff. Mostly, I am unsure how to build a team for the Pokemon I want. Maybe wanted to try Mega Raichu Y, but I'm not so sure who I want to use with that. So I want to build a team, test it a little, and make a stream after that. But I haven't really had the idea of what I want to use, which is my biggest problem right now. No. God, you don't know how much I don't like Pikachu. Which is funny. Me, a Pokemon fan, doesn't like Pikachu. And I don't know if you know it, but there is an Ash Pikachu version. So they released a Pikachu with Ash's cap. And you can catch those and use them. They have Ash's cap. And they're just Pikachus that cannot evolve. They don't have different stats or anything, they're just Pikachus. They are not so good. But they exist. They exist. I give some away in this Carvalho. Like, I had so many Ash Pikachus from Sword and Shield that I gave them away. Are they available in Champion? That's a good question. Are they available in Champions? Like, Champions doesn't have all the Pokemon yet. So I don't know if they are available over there. That's a good question. Also, for whoever wants to try it, Pokemon Champions now is available for mobile. So you can try how it's competitive battling Pokemon. You don't need a Switch for anything related to that game. Though building a team is gonna be a little harder if you don't have access to Pokemon games. I'm not gonna say I'll be able to help everybody. On that, I will say if you are a viewer of mine who knows me for a while, I'll be able to help you. Depending on the Pokemon, I may be able to help anyone. But like, I'll not be able to somebody come to me like, hey Tailon, do you perhaps have this legendary and mythical I could use? I'm not gonna be like that for everybody. If Zero asks me, for example, Ariel or Alberta, people who are common, yeah, I may have it. I don't know, let's say Bob123 shows up, say me playing and asks for a Pokemon that's once per save file or anything like that. Not gonna happen. God, that... Please, don't make me remember the big video. Oh. But yeah. For those who are interested in competitive Pokemon, Pokemon Champions is now available on mobile. It is pretty easy to play, and you can connect Pokemon Home with it, which is a mobile app too, where you can store your Pokemon. Bob123, lend me your legendary, I'll double it and give both to you after make 4. But yeah, you can connect Pokemon Go, the mobile walk around game, with Pokemon Home. Then you can use Pokemons you caught in Pokemon Go to play in Pokemon Champions. That way you can build a team over there. So it's not so simple, you need to fully evolve the Pokemons in Go and stuff and goes on, but there are workarounds. And like I said, for people I already know for a while, I may help. You can always ask help for somebody who has a Switch. Like a friend of mine has been asking me help to get some Pokemons. And he never has asked for something super difficult. It's always, hey Tailon, I need a Greninja, could you help me find one? Like Greninja, I can literally boot ZA and go catch one right now. It's that easy. So yes, of course. And all of that, if people ask me for help on something that I consider doable, I can do it. Like using the same example, I'm gonna use Zero as an example. He's an old-time viewer of mine, he has been playing the game. And he said he may ask me for help eventually. If he asks for a Rayquaza, I can help. If he asks for some legendaries, I may help. But let's say he says, hey Tailon, can you give me a shiny Zeraora for me to use in Champions? Oh, a shiny Rayquaza, or oh, the Floette that you only get one, the AZ Eternal Flower Floette. He's gonna receive a no. There is limits for what I can offer to people. There is stuff like I can just give away. There's some I have a quota to give away, for example, using the same Pokemon I gave as an example, Shiny Zeraora. That one I have one to give away. How did I miss that WOOLOOLOO? But I have a shiny that order to give. I haven't given it away yet because I've been holding that guy to be the celebration for when I reach 1,000 subs and full monetization of the channel. Because 1,000 is the sub requirement for monetization, where I'll be able to monetize all my videos and stuff. Like, my idea is, by reaching that point, I want to give something back. Not to all, of course, but some of the community helped me grow. I think I just lost a WOOLOOLOO over there. Especially because Shiny Zeraora is kind of a grail in Pokemon. It was an event during Sword and Shield that hasn't happened yet again. A lot of people doesn't have access to it. And if you didn't play at the time, I'm sorry. You don't have any way to get it right now. Okay, let's start the normal one. I saw somebody sell a shiny Zeraora for $300 on Reddit because they had proof of obtaining the shiny, they had proof of this, they had proof of that. So if you have all the proofs you need, you can sell that one for a lot of money. Fun enough, I have proof for 4 of them. I have 4 Pokemon Home account, that's how you get it. And I got 5 actually, but I gave 1 away to a friend. I want to keep 3 with me, 1 for collection and 2 to use different sets. And the 4th one I'm saving to give away in the future, to reach a personal quota on the channel. Not saying that's gonna be the only one though. I have other things I want to do when I reach that milestone. Truly, the day I reach full monetization, I want to give back to the community to help me grow. But that day is kind of far away for now. Really far away in the future. I need to triple my watch time and my sub count for that. It's gonna take a while. So right now I'm more focused on the journey. Because the brides are the friends you make around the journey. During the journey. I love how it's just spawning squirrels and they're running away. Oh. How many WOOLOOs I'll be seeing today? Let's think. So considering how many I saw before today, dude, talking about that joke with One Piece. You saw that Oda made the One Piece actually real? So to market as a marketing video for the idea that One Piece is reaching its end, Eiichiro Oda and a team of people made a video where Oda grabbed a piece of paper, he wrote the end of One Piece, he put that paper inside a small chest, put that chest inside not the meme video but I put that chest inside a pressure case and they went in the middle of the ocean and throw down that case to the bottom of the sea. They want to eventually, after the One Piece is over, go back, grab it, and show people that the end was there, written. Like the end was already planned and stuff. So there is right now a chest in the middle of the ocean with the One Piece ending written on it. So you can say the One Piece is real. Low-key real. That Oda is trying to make the new Age of Pirates in real life. Because people on Reddit, of course, gonna be Reddit. And Fortune, of course, gonna be Fortune. Started to make like triangling stuff from images from the video and stuff to guess where the fuck the chest is. Because they didn't show, like they didn't say where it is. They just show a team of people in the middle of the ocean in a small boat throwing the chest down the water. And I think they also used an underwater camera to show that the chest hit the bottom. So it's laying there in the bottom of the ocean right now, with the end of One Piece written. I actually love that one. For those who are not aware, I have a marketing degree. Like, yeah, I'm a VTuber with college degrees. And even though right now I'm not working in the area, I was until February. I really enjoy to see those marketings they do. Like, it's something I found very amusing to see. Like, it makes pleasure to see a well-made marketing campaign and stuff. That's why I got into the marketing college, because I truly do like that. But I like it more from the artistic side, or the way they are communicating the idea. Working the area, I find a pain in the ass, I'll be honest. I find a pain in the ass to work in the area. I don't really like working with marketing. But I do love everything else related to marketing. I love the theory, I love the execution being done. I don't like working with that. I don't like having to use the most predatory ideas to sell a product I don't believe. I don't like having to deal with people not doing the stuff I want them to do when I have an idea I think may be really great, but I see it being badly executed by the filming crew or by the actor we hired to do the filming or anything like that. Yeah, basically, like the theory behind that, I like it. But since so my biggest problem with working the marketing area is I had to sell stuff I don't believe in. And that's what kills me. Let's take a different angle for that. Being a streamer and I am being offered to work with a company, I can say no. I can look at somebody asking me to say, I may have been closing a door right now, I would say, but let's say that G-Subs comes out to me and say, hey, do you want to work with us? I'm gonna say no. I don't believe in the product. I don't use the product. It's not something made for me. Fun fact, I was approached by a company of the same type of product. Yes, I was. Somehow, me the small size I am, I was approached by one of those energy powders you have at home to make your own energy drinks at home company approached me to work with them. Not gonna say the name because I don't think it's necessary. They went to my Twitter DMs and they offered me to work with them and stuff. I was like, sorry, no. It's not the type of products I consume. It's not even the type of product I think I should be telling people who watch me to consume. I don't see the... Okay. It's gonna go a little out of the point here. I don't see the reason to sell gamers, people who's gonna be sitting hours in front of a screen, energy powder drinks. It doesn't make sense in my head. The same way I do not think gamers who are gonna spend hours and hours in front of a screen should be drinking energy drinks in the amount the gamer community consumes those shit. It is not something I would like to be part of. I don't think it's something that should be happening. So if I, Tailon, am offered to work with that, I will properly say no. Because it's not something I believe in to be telling you to buy it. But that's me, Tailon, a person who is the owner of my IP. I am the owner of this channel. I am the owner of my image. I am the owner about everything related to Tailon videos on the internet. That is not the case when I was working in an office and I had to sell anything my boss told me to sell. To the point where he made one of those... What is the English term I'm looking for here? He made all those online classes or training like online courses you can buy to learn by a specific topic, right? No, not a meme one. So he made one of those online courses, my old boss. And when he finished that, he gave me the whole course. He told me to watch it, to name every single class, to name everything. And he told me and my co-worker to make an online marketing campaign. We watch it. I will say it was not a bad, but everything my boss wanted to say on the marketing was bad. What I mean by that? It was 2.5 hours of online videos. You would have access to some work stuff like spreadsheets you can use yourself for your company. You do have access to Word documents on stuff related to that class in specific that you could use to apply in your own company and stuff. So yeah, 2.5 hours and some extra stuff you could have that was not included in every single topic, but in most of them. He was announcing that, and we are forced to comply. That was a 20 hours long course, online course. Why? Because you need to take in consideration the time the person will take to make the lessons, to apply the exercises. If it was like a 15-hour course and 5 hours of exercises, I would agree. But it was like 2.5 hours of online classes and 17.5 hours of exercises. Really? Doesn't make sense. Like, there was no real argument in favor of that. It was really expensive too, for a guy who had no name in the market. Like, was almost $1,000 at the start, and I was able to talk him down the price. I was able to talk him down the price and stuff. Also 1100. Nice. We are getting close towards Jesus Christ. I was able to talk him down the pricing and stuff, especially because it's not the type of online course you get forever. It was one of those you buy and you have access for a year. And I had at the same time-ish bought myself an online course for marketing I was using. That costed 300 more, $300 more. So like, let's say my boss was trying to sell something that after I talked with him was $500. And I was watching one I bought for 900. Both had limited time access to. The problem is, my boss was 2.5 hours with 8 videos at the time. Yes, 8. Another thing I need to say. The one I bought for almost twice the price had almost 20 times the content. And it was from a guy who has been doing this for a while. So I was forced to have so many reunions with my boss saying, hey, look, I think this is the problem, I think this is the problem, I think that is the problem. Because like, for months I was trying to sell something I didn't believe in. That was hard to sell because it's hard to make people buy something from a guy with no name, with a high price, And the budget we have was not so good also. We had to film everything on the house. So every advertising video had to be filmed in the house. Our biggest actor was my own boss and stuff. So it was rough to make. Oh crap. The material to make the marketing. I didn't believe in the product I was selling. In the end, I was having a pain in the ass to go to work every single day. To have to think and crash my head on the table on how to sell a product I was not. It was the point of I cannot see how I can sell this shit. That is the part of marketing I hate when you go to work with it. And that's why I don't really want to go back to the area. Like, what's the point that while I was trying to figure out a way to save the campaign, to save stuff, my coworker was like, dude, at this point, it's not our fault. Like, he was like, at this point, Tailon, just accept. This is a shitty product. That's not gonna sell. I was like, dude, I don't want to lose my time looking at numbers every single day that don't go up, just go down. So yeah, working with marketing sometimes is not as nice as looking at marketing as a study area. Also, 11-11, nice. Like I said, I really like my degree. I really like the area I went on, but I really hate working the area. It's something I find way more enjoyable taking the point of view of something I did for the study. No. There's no shiny bonus anymore. All the bonus I could have, it's already being applied. So, this WOOLOOLOO over here, if you play close attention before I start the fight, he's normal. Nothing special about him. It's just a WOOLOOLOO in the grass. Let's see if I find another one here. Oh, that one too. Yeah, but I got too close too fast. Those have standard odds. So the chance of them being shiny is 1 in 1,365. Okay, this one. See? It's a normal WOOLOOLOO. It has nothing special about it. Good thing is, we also have a good example close by. But, if we find a WOOLOOLOO that's like this Rook D, see that the Rook D has a yellow aura coming out of it? Like his Super Saiyan? If I find a WOOLOOLOO like that, I do have better odds of being a shiny. That is 1 in 455. So it's basically 3 times better than a normal WOOLOOLOO. The problem is, the outer version is rare. Not so common. Doesn't show up all the time. So I cannot count on that so much. I will try. I did increase the odds for that version because that's the best approach. So that way I can have a better odds when I find those, but in the end, this is by all means a random encounter version. A random encounter run. The good thing about random encounters is that they are fast. So in the time I can do several. It does. But there's also the other point. WOOLOOLOO is the second most rare spawn in this map. WOOLOOLOO is a 15% chance to show up. Naked, which is the most rare one, is a 5%. So WOOLOOLOO is an uncommon Pokemon to show up. That's why we see way less WOOLOOLOO than we see Rookidis and Skolvets like that. By having killed 100 WOOLOOs, the chance of WOOLOO having the aura is 200%. 200% more. Like it's 2 times the chance of not being killed. So it has a double chance of having the aura than it used to have before. But at the same time, he's so uncommon to show up that his outer version is also uncommon to show up. It's like a 2 coin flips. First, a coin flip to see if a WOOLOO is gonna spawn. Then a coin flip to see if it's gonna have the aura. So if that's why every time I do this stream, I say that my next shiny hunt like this will be a route where both of the Pokemon with the biggest spawn rate are targets for me. Because that way at least I can make this easier. The problem with WOOLOOLOO is that he's an uncommon spawn, so it may take a long while to find a lot of the outer version. Today I think I found 3. And I've been here for 2 hours. In 2 hours I found 3. That's really rare. So yeah, that's the thing. So we are doing random encounters. Random encounters doesn't have a really high odd of being shiny. Usually it doesn't have a boosting mechanic. But the good part of it is that you can do so many encounters in such a small amount of time that you kind of compensate for that. So the idea is simple. The shine odds are on the lower side, but the encounter amount is the higher side. Unless you are stupid and choose a rare spawn as your encounter. Hello, I'm stupid. Because I'm here choosing to find a rare spawn as a shiny. Well, let's like I'm calling uncommon spawn. So it's gonna be hard. It is part of the deal here. It's not something I'll be seeing that much. No, but this is the best one. Is it the only one? No, it's the best one. Because the next option is worse. Not all Pokemon are available as overworld encounters, which are those Pokemon I can see walking around. Those we call overworld. We also have the grass encounters. So notice over there, the grass is shaking, was shaking, and when I walk in the grass a little, you can see the exclamation point coming up, and the grass starts to shake around that area. That is a random grass encounter. The other route that has WOOLOOLOO has it as a random grass encounter, not as a random overworld encounter. So that means, yes, I could change routes, but I would need to try on the grass. So what is the downside of trying on the grass? I cannot choose to start a battle with WOOLOOLOO. I have to bet WOOLOOLOO will show up. Because there's a list of Pokemon that can show up, and one of them, at random, will. And yes, the grass encounter can have the outer. It can also have the outer. I'm pretty sure of it. We're not seeing much because I'm avoiding the grass encounters. So I'm ignoring them, so I'm not looking at them when they show up. But I'm pretty sure they can have the aura too. The grass will be a little yellowish when you go close to it. Which makes you think it may be a shiny. Oh crap. This is the most rare encounter in this area. Nickit. He is a 5% encounter. And I don't need to say that Kovac is the most common. He has a 30% rate, I think. There's a wool in this grass. Yeah. But also I'm not complaining much. Like, I truly don't mind being here for a while. Because I like this type of stream. Like, I know for a lot of people this may not be the most enjoyable thing to watch. But I'll say, like, being here, doing this, is enjoyable for me. Like, I like to talk a lot, I like to talk about random stuff. So this is basically a just chatting stream. I see that Devil May Cry 1 got to you, huh? I see that Devil May Cry 1 got to you. Well, I'm over half of the game already. Devil May Cry. It is a really short game. It's like 6 hours, 20 missions, and like 13. So next stream I do, I'll probably finish the game. That was a random grass encounter. The bugs in general are. You don't see them walking too much outside. Also, no worries, like... Yeah. I got some ass here and there. Also, I expect that the games after the first one will not be so bad for you to watch. Because the first one, it's really close to the origins of the franchise. So, Andrew was talking about that, but it's something I already knew. That Devil May Cry was supposed to be Resident Evil. That's why the camera is like that. That was a outer version. Even though it's not shiny, that one had outer. But at DMC, it was supposed to be Resident Evil game. So that's why it has the OG Resident Evil games camera style. Because it was around the PS2, if another one, it's supposed to be Resident Evil 4. Oh, another one. So that's why it has a lot of the Resident Evil style of camera. After the first game being a success like it was, I'm pretty sure they went to a different path. No, I will say I'm curious about the MC2. I'm curious to see how that one changes related to the MC1. I am curious to see if the camera will still be bad. Because the gameplay is surprisingly good for the age. Like, I was expecting something less smooth. Like, the gameplay is way more smoother than I was expecting for the age. My big problem with the game is the camera. The camera is dog shit. Like, it's pretty bad. There's some stuff in the game like... The camera makes it difficult to walk. Like, if the way that camera work, the spiral stairs are really bad. For example. Oh, see? See this WOOLOOLOO? It has the outer. You can see it pretty clearly, right? So this one has 3 times the shiny chance of any other WOOLOOLOO. But that's still a 1 in 455 odds. It doesn't mean it will be shiny. It's just that it has a better chance of being shiny. Yeah, I heard the cry. A good example of that is I got a shiny Wooloo without having the outer being boosted. Oh. Oh crap. I need to shiny hunt Caterpie. But I don't really want to on this game. Bah. Yeah. But yeah, like I always say, this is a game of patience. I just need to be patient enough to find my Wooloos. It will show up eventually. There is no rush. Though this one I cannot say it's about the journey. It's about the reward. I want my black ship. It's okay. Also, did you get the joke with the title? Did you get the joke with the title? I'm hoping somebody got the joke with the title. Yep. The Age of Empires 2 reference, the WOOLOOLOO WOOLOOLOO character that makes you change teams. This is my type of sense of humor. A dumb one. Because it's such a simple joke, but I find it so good. Though I'm afraid of phasing. The closer I got to the odds, the more I'm afraid of a phase. A little shiny hunter terminology explanation again, because the first time I used this term today. Phase is when you find a shiny that's not the shiny you are hunting for. In this case, if that squirrel is a shiny and I touch it, I will be starting a battle against a shiny squirrel. That's a phase, because I'm not looking for a shiny Skolvet. I'm looking for a shiny Wooloo. So that's what phasing is into shiny hunting. Finding the shiny that's not the one you are looking for. This is more frequent in games like this, where you make an encounter for the battle. No, it is real in other games too. Like Legend ZA. If you go back to my streams of Terrakion and Larios, you're gonna see phases like a shiny Swablu, shiny Scrafty, shiny of the Evolution 2. Scrafty and I forgot the name actually. Crafty and Scrafty, I don't remember. But yeah, you're gonna see phases over those because they found shinies that are not the legendaries we're looking for. This is also one of the reasons I don't want to do the grass meta encounters. Like the WOOLOOLOO version of grass. Because that one is way more susceptible to phasing than this one. Like you can find way more phases over those than here. Yeah. If I phase, I'm gonna add a phase counter. If I phase, I'm gonna add a phase counter. Just for the laws. But so far, it wasn't needed. It wasn't needed. Nice. No. I said this before. If I phase to a Nickit, I would be sad, but I would not be mad. Any other Pokemon in this map, yes, I would be mad. Like, I don't want Skullbat, I already have two. I don't want, the bird. I already have like 5. There's okay, here. There's about to, there's a WOOLOOLOO. My superpowers of listening to the cry. Okay, nice. Avoided. Oh. Let's say I want to reach odds today. So 1,365 encounters. We're 200 away, basically. Not exactly 200, you get it. But I want to reach odds today. So, in the worst case scenario, I'm gonna string until I find odds. Oh god, we are dry. Okay, just me complaining, it shows up. Oh. It's just me complaining we are dry, I find 2. Nice. I need to complain more. Oh. There we go. Another one. Sometimes my counter goes up a little, takes a little delay to go up. And sometimes it's fast. Like right now it was fast. The delay was really small. But sometimes the delay is a little longer. And if I'm not paying attention, I may lose count because of that. If I'm not paying attention, I may lose count in my head if I pressed the number or not. That's why I sometimes look a lot on the screen like this, which is the counter and the chat screen. So here, game, chat, and counter. Game, chat. So when I look like this, because I'm reading chat or looking at the counter. Oh. Another loop. Also, that logic applies to all games. Look at this, chat, game. That applies to every single game. Nice. Also, I think today, after stream, I'll grind Majima in Yakuza Kiwami 1, so I can start Yakuza Kiwami 2 and finish Majima everyone on stream, just on that stream. Okay. WOOLOOLOO phone. Run away. In my plans, if I stream tomorrow before the collab, I have 2 games I'll be doing. Either is gonna be Devil May Cry to finish the game already, or I'll be doing Yakuza. Yakuza depends if I find Majima today. And the stream tomorrow depends if I wake up early enough. It depends if I'm gonna wake up early enough tomorrow. Like it or not, that's the most important part. Oh yeah. There's some stuff I want to do too, like I want to update my Shiny Live Index to have all the Pokémon I caught. It has been a while since I updated my Live Index in this website I use. I'll give the description if you want to see it. There you can check which shinies I have and I don't have. Though it is a little outdated right now. I need to sit down and organize all my shinies. There's some I bought from Pokemon Go, there's some I bought from Pokemon in the 3DS games. There's some that still are in the 3DS. Oh. So there's so much I need to take consideration before I sit down and actually pay attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, I need to sit down and update that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just give me some time. I'm gonna try to do that this weekend. Crap. We also need to remember, we are talking about 1,000-ish Pokemon to go through. Not saying that I have 1,000 different shinies, I'm saying I have 1,000 shinies. That is a lot of duplicates, a real lot of duplicates. Hello Evan, how you doing? How you doing? Good day. Oh. How you doing? But I need to go through my shinies and update my list. You're doing Meowsome today. Good to hear, good to hear. I'm not so good with jokes like that to think about what I could do. I'm doing right. Alright. Okay, now, okay, sorry. I didn't call that guy. Didn't work so well. I was thinking about saying like, oh, wow, right, but didn't sound so good. Oh, I had a Wooloo over here too, okay. Run away. Uh-oh, 2 misses. And we are getting closer and closer to the odds. 1,365 is not looking so distant anymore. It's not looking so distant anymore. I truly wonder who's gonna be my next hunt for this game. I truly don't know who I would do next for this game. Unlike Z8, I have a clear mindset of who's gonna be my next shiny hunt for streaming. Also 1200, nice. Tailon cannot explain how much he likes round numbers and the same number repeated several times. Like ZA, I know I'll be doing Latios and Gimme Go and what's the name of the dog I'm using? Cobalion. That's basically my big ass wish list to do on ZA right now. Sorta don't really know what I want to do next. Thank you, Alberto. Have a good night. Have a good night of sleep. Like, sorta can think about doing. Oh, nice, the outer version. Not shiny. Like, sorta. Who do I think about? Galarian Ponyta, which, as far as I know, is only available in this game, right? Let me check. Yeah. Galarian Ponyta is only available in this game. But also, it is exclusive of Shield. And the save I have here is Sword. I don't have access to Shield anymore because the Shield I played was borrowed. I do have plans to buy it soon. Let's see. I could breed for Galarian Ponyta though. So we also have Farfetch, which can be found in ZA. And it's probably a much easier hunt in ZA. Alright, I will say, if it's not a grass encounter, I don't mind hunting for it here. Route 5. A 5% chance of a road encounter. Why do I hate myself so much? Why do I choose the most rare Pokemon? God, 5%. That's so bad. Okay. Let's keep going for Wooloo for now. There's no merit in thinking about a future hunt unless we finish this one. We haven't even finished this one yet to start thinking about the next one. Also, have been taking into consideration the DLC. Perhaps I should. Like, perhaps I actually should take that in consideration, but in general, I need to think. In the end, I need to think what I'm gonna be doing. Also 12-12, nice. I'm really stupid with repeated numbers and stuff, dude. I don't know why. Oh well. What else? What else? ZA, we have the target in mind already. Oh crap. And like I said, I'll be going for that next week. Find the shine today or not, we're gonna be playing ZA next week. The sound for the Rookie D cry was a little strange over there. Okay. Oh. God, I'm gonna face this shit so hard. Like, I cannot keep finding different shinies if I don't want to face this shit. I am my biggest enemy sometimes. Like, if I face this, it's all my fault. No questions asked. If I face this, it's all my fault. Oh. Oh well. No more WOOLOOs for now. Oh. My big plan for today, in case I don't find a shiny, is reaching odds, like I said. But it also depends on luck, sadly. If I don't find enough WOOLOOs to do that, I cannot do much. There's no trick to force WOOLOO to show up in this game, right? Like, I know Let's Go, if you have a good catch chain, you force the more response to show up more frequently. So... Also, such a dry one. Jesus Christ. We're adding loops and loops with no WOOLOOs. Damn. We're actually really dry here. God, I thought I could pass. I really thought I had enough space over there. Whatever. A really dry one. Damn. Oh, I hit twice now. I saw the number go up by 2. Like, literally, I saw the number go up by 2. Oh, finally! Also 12 to 2. Like it's 1-2. I truly amuse myself so easily with stupid stuff. Okay. Let's see. We are getting close to less than 100 away from the odds. Not... Again, the odds is 1365. So 1365. But... We are not under 100 from that, but we are getting closer. Dangerously closer. Oh. Found it. Now we're finding more WOOLOOs finally. God, after such a drive. Like, those guys were avoiding me. Oh. Okay. Let me... Why saving the game, right? It doesn't really work like that. Because you can go... Bruh. You can meet as many as you want. It is a shiny roll every single time. Like every time I encounter one, the game goes through a list of possibilities and chooses one based on several factors. That's what we call the RNG of the game. Oh. Press the wrong button. And Pokemon has a lot of RNG and stuff. Crap. The idea is you can see by using a set amount of stuff that happens in your game. How you are in the seed. And kinda know when you're gonna find a shiny. Because you can kinda manipulate to find a shiny. So why don't I explain this, right? So going back to the point. Saving the game doesn't do shit. It's just my personal belief that the closer I go to odds, better, let's say, are my chances. It doesn't work. It has no proof. It has no real testing that can back my statement here. Because it's just something of my personal beliefs, my personal theories. That by saving the amount of encounters I have, I will kind of have a checkpoint in the list over there. It doesn't work. It's just, you know, stuff your brain comes up with, you decide to follow through because what if it's right? It's just stuff my brain made to myself. And it's a personal belief of mine, so that's why I like to save and continue instead of, oh fuck, I just lost a whole day watching WOOLOOLOO show up and not be shiny. There's no reason to keep this. Gonna reset this. No, I like to keep it. It may sound strange, but I do like to keep it. Personal beliefs apply sometimes. Some stuff is not about the logic behind it. It also applies how you feel about it. And Shiny Hunt, even though it's 100% chance and logic, it's good to add a little bit of your personal beliefs to make this less of a mathematical bore and more something like a fun hunt. Like, everybody has a level of personal belief in Pokemon. Like holding B to make the catching more sure way to happen. No proof for that to work. But some people do. I like to press A several times. I like to spam A. That's my personal belief that spamming A down will make the ball close. Fuck. Will make the ball close, and so I should do that to make my shiny odds better. The same way pressing right, A, right, AA. Like pressing A in a direction twice, A in the other direction twice, like A right, A left, A left, A left, A left. Like A right, A left, A left, A right, A left, A left. Doing that will make the ball shake. It has no proving, actually. I did it several times and never got a caught. It's just like, again, personal myths I have in my head ever since Gen 3. I stretch my back a little. Today I woke up late for my usual. Like, I woke up 10 in the morning. It's not per se late. It was just because I needed to start to work. That's also why the stream started half an hour later than usual. It's because the time I started to work was so late than my usual. By the time I finished working was so late that I need to make the stream a little later. And so I have been sitting down on my chair for a while now. I did get up, I took a bath, and I went down to eat and stuff, but still. I've been sitting down a lot today. So stretching my back is an act of care. It's an act of self-care. Okay, I'm gonna do like this. If by 3 hours and a half I haven't reached 1300 WOOLOOLOO, 1300 encounters, like if the dry season for WOOLOOLOO continues for a while, I will be finishing without meeting reading what I want. Because right now we're being unlucky in finding WOOLOOs, like really unlucky on that hand. So I need to keep trying, of course, but that is something that's running completely out of my way. Like, I want to finish before 4 hours and finish with the number I want, but I cannot make that if the game doesn't give me enough WOOLOOs. Okay, let's do something. I'll literally set off mindset here. Hello, mother, I'm back. Oh, she doesn't heal me. She's talking about using the Master Ball, something I never do. Oh well. Let's see that visit home made more WOOLOOs spawn now. So far, not so good. So far, not so good. Okay. Actually, so far so good. 3 WOOLOOs in a single loop. That's way more than we're seeing so far. Like, actually way more. And the next loop has a WOOLOO on the start too. So yeah, so far so good. Like, the only thing I'm asking is to find 50 wooloos in half an hour. It's nothing super absurd. I was doing 100 wooloos by hour with battles. Like I was killing the wooloos and finding 100 every hour. So I should do way more, but if I just encounter them. But then I need to get lucky. There's gonna be one here. So that's why I said if I don't have 1300 by 3.5 hours, because that means I'm finding so little wooloos that I am on luck on that end. And reaching odds will take a while. Oh. Oh. Oh, the grass. Okay, Blipbug, thank you for not being shiny. Even though I would like you. Thank you for not being shiny. Now let's increase another one. Okay. Ooh, you have a good chance. But you're not. Oh god. I have so much expectation when I see that Wooloo with the aura. Like my expectation go to the roof. But yeah, no. It's not the case. Okay. Oh. I'm clicking the plus way too early. I need to stop that. I just noticed that, like... I'm clicking the plus before I start the battle. To the point of... I see the Wooloo press the plus. Now this was more well timed. Like, I need to wait until the battle has started at least. Oh damn. Okay, we keep trying. Oh, nice. Bah. So far, I would say we're doing a good amount of encounters. Ever since I resetted the map, going back home. But still, I'm a little afraid of not reaching the number I want today. Let's see. I heard a Wooloo. Yeah. This one's the second grass. Okay, okay. Not so bad. Nice. We're still being lucky with finding Wooloos. Unlucky with the shiny, but lucky finding Wooloos. Also somehow being careful not to get not supposed to happen encounters. Like, I did get a random encounter, but that one was really cheesy. Like, they forced the encounter into me. But so far, I'm actually avoiding a lot of encounters I don't want to start, so pretty good about that. And I just wish Wooloos would show up. I don't know why now I remember something. Closer to this game's launch, some people made content to show stuff that wasn't available in the game with heavily modded versions with a real lot of cheat happening. Like how much? I'm talking about guy placing that every single encounter around him was a Thanatos in the Eternum Hex form and shiny. While he tested shiny Ash Pikachus and stuff. Like, at that time, a lot of people making that type of content was common. Like, really common. Like, it was absurdly amount of people. I also remember something like a guy who was making videos giving away shiny locket Pokemon. Because somehow a multi-billion-dollar company that is Pokemon company Game Freak cannot make an online hack check that was good enough to stop people using shiny Keldeo and shiny Victini. Two Pokemon that at the time were not available as a shiny. Victini is still unavailable to this day. It could go online with those. And when the DLC for Pokemon released, Pokemon Sword and Shield, data miners noticed something related to Victini that never happened. Like, there's a code with no end related to Victini. Supposedly, I never saw the code, so I cannot say for sure. Oh, crap. But yeah, supposedly there was a code related to Victini in the Crown Tundra DLC. And like, since there was the first time it could catch Keldeo, people also thought it could catch Victini. In the end, that was never proven. And as it was happening, there was a YouTuber related to Pokemon that was using glitches and stuff. At the start, he was using glitches, teaching you some minor stuff, but then that guy went full on to hack. Really full on to hack. I don't even go about the name and stuff because I don't think it's necessary to start a problem for no reason. But yeah, the guy went full on to hack. and start to give away shiny, locked, hacked Pokemon. So like shiny Keldeo, shiny Victini, especially shiny Victini because of that whole thing about the data line. That was the point when I saw it and was like, no, fuck you. I start to unfollow the guy everywhere I was. Okay, that was the point because for Pokemon, I will say I'm not the biggest hater on the hack for competitive. It is unfair advantage, but it is also really bad design. Making Pokemon's pre-Sword and Shield were super bad. To the point where you needed to know RNG manipulation, you needed to make them fast. You needed to do so much stuff that it was just bad. Really, really bad. And since I saw that side of the community really early on, I can say I understand. Even though I personally don't like hacking, I do understand better event injection because it's something that we're never gonna have access to again, and it is like you're not part of the game. So I don't mind. I am totally in favor of injecting events, but I want to see the opinions of you guys first before I do that. Because let's say people go, no, that's hacking. I'll not have options, right? That's why I'm gonna have limit the in-vein injection as much as possible. But yeah, the thing that made me stressed about that guy, like, okay, lame shiny using hacking just to get shinies, I find it super lame and stuff. But the justification was the nail in the coffin. Oh no, it's not hacking. We are doing a liberation of the Pokemon that is in the jail of Game Freak and Shine Lock, and I was like, okay, dude. You do you, I do me. I just gave up on that guy. I don't go super crazy too. Like, the amount of VTubers I consume, Poketubers you may call them if you want, like people straightly making content of Pokemon, is really low, actually. I follow 3. Just 3. Which 2 of them are for competitive. Okay, I could say follow 5. Because even I don't I forgot about the RNG manipulation. Even though I don't do those, I like to see. I'm not gonna go into names because I don't think it's necessary, but in this case, even though it's people I watch. But I only choose a few number of people related to the type of content they make. Like most of them are for VGC related content. As one of them is for NG Money because I find that curious. And the last one is... Actually, there's one more I could include in that. Because a guy I watched for other content is now a Poketuber. And I still watch his content because it's super good. It's for strange challenges, a lot of fun facts because both of them are nerds in the game, like I am, so sometimes I learn stuff from them. Like, a lot of stuff. So yeah. Even though I really love Pokemon, I only choose to watch a really small amount of people related to that. Which is funny. You may think like, oh no, you love that you're gonna watch as much as possible. Yeah, there's some YouTubers and VTubers I like that do gaming. And those people may do Pokemon, and I may watch that. Like, I don't watch them because of the Pokemon, I'm watching them because of them. As there are people I mainly watch for the Pokemon content they do. I wonder if eventually I'll be one of those two cases for somebody. Oh, another auto version. Like, if eventually I'll be someone that people, not a lot, but let's say some people watch because of my Pokemon content, because of how much a nerd I am, or maybe people watch any game I do because they like what I do. That's the type of idea I try to go to. I try to make content of stuff I want to see, or recommendations. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. I try to play games I either want to play. It was my original idea all the time to play that said game, or games you guys recommend to me that I may have any interest. A good example is I'm playing Devil May Cry because it was asked from a viewer, and I have some interest in Devil May Cry. Though that's why it doesn't matter how many times I was asked to. I never played Roblox because I cannot care for that game. Like, I truly cannot be like, Jesus, how interesting Roblox looks to me. No, actually no. The view I have of Roblox is really, this is a child's game. Like, it's a game I'm gonna start playing, and I'm gonna be playing with children half my age or less. Like, screw that, actually people less than half of my age. People half of my age I can expect playing other games. Like, when you think somebody half my age, I cannot really think of them playing Roblox nowadays. Or maybe me being an old ass guy. But yeah. Like, Roblox cannot really go into my radar. I try and play Fena before, even though I don't like horror games. Because of all the horror games available, FNAF was the one I was most interested in. Even though I regret that decision by a lot. Okay. So unless it took half an hour for WOOLOOLOO to show up, I was about to say we reached the quota I wanted. Okay, so I'm gonna continue until reach odds. 65 more encounters. We actually got the meta I had in 20 minutes. So 25 to 30 minutes until I reach the number I want. Yeah, there were some encounters I wasn't supposed to do in the middle of that. Some by mistake, some by the unavoidable grass encounter showing up in my feet. But yeah, in general, mostly wear WOOLOOs, so that's okay. Okay, keep going, come on. We have WOOLOOs to find. Hello, WOOLOO. I truly wonder how many I need to find for the next shiny. I'm starting to think of the number. I did make a meme guess this time. I did make a meme guess last time, but... what is a real number I would actually expect? Encounter 2000-ish? I could truly can't think of a number here. I truly don't know when to expect another WOOLOO to show up for me. Also, yeah. I heard this one cry. When I was fighting the other one, I heard a cry just before. And by the distance, it would not make sense to be the first one. So I was expecting one of the second grass over there. Okay. Oh damn. Oh. I was about to say another dry patch. At least we find one. And found this one. This little guy. Let's see. Okay, no WOOLOO left. Oh god. Oh, so this one has aura. This one has aura, which is good. Didn't change shit. Amazing. How much expect from those WOOLOOs to how much they deliver. I can start memeing. I never saw outer version, outer Pokemon Shine. But I saw a not outer version Shine. Oh well. Let me just double check something. Okay, I do have the Shine Charm. Oh. I was double checking if I remember to get that out. Huh. Oh, 11, okay. I felt like I pressed the button twice. That's why double checking. Okay. Dude, I don't know what's happening today. But today I'm receiving the most amount of messages in my cell phone during a stream. Like, low-key is the most amount ever. I don't remember any stream getting close to this much. Oh, crap. I got distracted by the messages and I looked to the other way. Oh well. Funny enough, it's different chats. Oh, WOOLOOLOO. Right, easy. Took a while, but showed up. Bye! Okay, 1313, didn't notice, whatever. Nice number. I would say by 1340, if it takes a while, I'm gonna reset the map again on the mother. Like that little trick. It's not increasing my shiny luck, but it's making more WOOLOO show up, so... Oh. Okay. Was just me complaining about WOOLOO's not showing up. We had one. No. I thought it could pass. Oh god. At least those count for the number of encounters here. And they are not shiny. Okay, this one I didn't see. Because, why am I saying that? What is the logic behind it? It means I'm reaching odds, but I'm not finding phases when I could. Oh. Okay, WOOLOO. I was hoping it would be black. Oh. That is good, because now we never know how many WOOLOOs can show up from here. Did I press the wrong button? I guess I did. So yeah, now a third spawn is gonna show up. Maybe it could be a WOOLOO, which would be great. Even better if it's an outer version of WOOLOO. No. It was just a skull bat. There's a WOOLOO in dispatch. Nice. There's a complaint I want to say about this method, but I don't know it's because of the option I chose. So I want to complain that I actually expected more WOOLOOs to have the outer around them. But then I am unsure if the outer method is at fault or if the spawn chance of WOOLOO is at fault. That's why I don't know if I should be complaining already or not. That's why I want to check every route with Pokemons that may interest me and choose one of the highest spawn me the Pokemon I want to catch. So that way I can have a proper view on the auto farming method. Because that way I can see how it worked with a low spawn one being WOOLOOLOO. That is kinda worse than expected. Below expectations. That may have bring so many people working bad memories. Because I know in the US that type of grading is really common in companies. Like on expectations and below expectations. Oh, that has an aura. I didn't notice until I was close by. Okay, this one was tricky to see. I actually didn't notice until I was really close. But yeah, I will say that the WOOLOOs with aura has been below expectation spawns. That's why I want to see if I'm hunting something like Skolvat, which is not gonna be the case. How much more aura version I will be seeing. Okay, we're getting close now. 37 more spawns. There's a WOOLOO here. I heard a cry. Let's see. Oh, another one. So... Oh crap. Okay, I'm double checking. It's 1365.333. So just to say I'm over odds, we're gonna go to 1366. That's the meta for today. Going over odds. So now 35 more encounters. So I can say I'm officially over odds. My cloth, shiny hunting with breeding, I had to make double odds. So I'm not unfamiliar with over odds hunts. No, it has been a while. Now, according to my calculations, also, according to my calculations that were poorly made, like I counted how many Terrakins I saw on a reset, then I counted how many resets I had, because I was only counting the resets, right? I made a estimate number of Terrakin encounters. So Terrakin is in theory super over odds when I hunted for that in ZA. No, we did get it in the end, so it's okay. Verision was under, if I'm not wrong. Larios was under. I'm hoping to see the next one. If it's gonna be under 2. No, this one I will say I'm already expecting to be over. But you never know. you can always be only one encounter away of your shiny. Oh. No. Now, let's see. 30 more. 29 more. Oh yeah, a little explanation again, like a recap of why I count every encounter. Like it or not, that guy could have been my shine. Like, even though I'm hunting for a Wooloo, that could have been a shiny encounter. That counter is not how many it took me to find shiny Wooloo, it's how many it took me to find a shiny. It can be other Pokemon. Of course, I'm gonna continue the counter until I find a shiny Wooloo, but I'm gonna change the color and make a note with the number when I find a different shiny, if that happens. Crap. Like, for example, if this guy was shiny right now, I would change this color in the screen to... Oh crap. I don't know, I never thought about the color we'd use actually. But I would change the color on the screen to something else for the numbers, and I would make a different notepad with how many encounters I had to that shiny, so I can keep note of that. Oh. Okay, I was about to say Wooloos were kind of dry, but we're finding a lot now. The number is getting so close to odds now. Stop! I should have... Oh... Now we are so close to odds, the mistakes kinda hurt. Like, making mistakes this close to odds... kind of hurts. Because... it doesn't matter how much time passes, the closer you are to odds, the closer you start to expect to find a shiny soon. Like, the closer you are to odds, like, oh, okay, my shiny is coming soon, my shiny is coming soon, my shiny is coming soon. So that's also when you start to feel every mistake you do. Like, truly, you start to feel those. Because if we start to feel like the shiny is coming soon, you start to feel that the mistake's gonna punish soon. See? The logic I have. May not be the best though. No, that's not an outer. It's just the grass. I wasn't sure if that one yellow because of the outer or if it was the grass effect on its body. It was in the end just the grass. Ah, I felt that one. I felt that one. I just stopped it to check the grass before going. The random grass encounter got to me. That blip bug wanted to be found. WOOLOOLOO, slow. I'm truly feeling every single encounter now. God, okay. Come on. Oh, WOOLOOLOO. Bah. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go the way back. No, the way back I'm not so used to do, like my muscle memory is more used to go out of the grass, go back, go north and enter. Not the idea of go north into the grass. So I don't feel comfortable using a bike to do that course. The same way I feel doing this. There's a WOOLOOLOO here. Okay, the next encounters are gonna do without the bike. I'm just gonna use the bike on the path with no grass. I want the more control over my character. Like this. I want to avoid mistakes. And this is the way I can avoid mistakes. Aside from being a little slower, it's also easier to control the character than the bike. So we are really a little dry right now, huh? Oh. Caterpie. Why? Why Caterpie? Why? Oh. You never know. This could have been the WOOLOOLOO was looking for. It was not, but okay. Nice. Avoided the Squavat and went for the WOOLOOLOO. Okay. 8 more counters. Not so many, but still. A dangerous number of mistakes can be made. A real dangerous number of mistakes can be made here. Okay. WOOLOOLOO on the start. And another one close by. Okay. After this one, 5 more to go. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, 5. Oh, in this case 4, right? So I'm cutting down. So that was number 5. So I'm gonna say 4 on him. 3 next. 3 more after this. Now I think say the number actually. I don't know. Wait, fuck it. I'm gonna use the bike on. If I was on a bike, I would start that encounter. Oh. Oh, God. The next one is odds. The next one is odds. Okay. A little dry. WOOLOOs are not showing right now. The odds on the outer version, that's kind of poetic. Especially because it's not shiny. So the next WOOLOO is the last WOOLOO. Will it be the shiny? We are at the odds now. That was odds. This one, oh, is over odds. Okay, I'm gonna finish this grass before I finish the stream. And I'm gonna stop this with a WOOLOO right next to me. But come on. Okay. Save the game. Okay. So... oh. Okay. Let me close the game. Yeah. That's gonna be all for today. Thank you guys all so much. We reached over odds, sadly. But it's okay, it's part of the game. Like I said, I do have the feeling in my heart that if you get a shiny super duper fast, it's gonna take a while for the next one. So 78 encounters, a WOOLOO. Now I need to go a little harsh to the second one. But that's gonna be all for today. The next Pokemon stream will be Pokemon Legends ZA. Well, the next shiny hunting stream, right? Because I started doing this WOOLOO hunt to take a break from ZA. So I'm gonna take a break from the WOOLOO going back to ZA, so. That's the good thing about having several options, right? If I'm having a hard time in one, I can stop and go back, you know? But yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you guys so much. Before I go, as always, if you're new to this stream, please consider subscribing. Leave a like, to hurt a lot. Maybe share my content to a friend if you enjoyed it, that'd be awesome. And if you're not ever live again, you can now see the notification bell button, so YouTube will know about that. You can check my socials, Discord, Blue Sky, Twitter, on the description, and I'll be posting videos on the live too. Tomorrow I'll be back with Vested Soul doing the Pro Galactic collab, but maybe, not gonna promise, I do a stream before that. Not gonna make any promises right now. It depends on the time I wake up tomorrow. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.